You're watching The Vortex. I'm Mrs. O'Brien, and the Mansion of Mystery would love to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and we hope that your table is filled with turkey and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and corn and pumpkin pie and
gravy.
Oh, and gravy too. Oh, stop that. Just stop that. Oh, stop that.
Mess.
Hi, I'm Scarlett and this is CJ. Welcome to the Mansion of Mystery.
We're celebrating Thanksgiving here at the mansion, and one of the top things that's on my list of things that I'm thankful for is that we have no relatives coming over. I really hate uninvited guests. Well, I don't think we need three guesses to figure out who that is.
Hello.
Hi, Mrs. O'Brien. We were just talking about you.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. Oh, I'm so excited to be spending Thanksgiving with my precious little mittens.
Yeah, how is the little furball? Little guy today.
Oh, well, you know, I've been a little short on money this week, so he is doing the sweetest thing. He is out hunting for Thanksgiving dinner for all of us, all by himself.
Mrs. O'Brien, do you think that it's a good idea to have mittens hunting for our dinner?
Well, he always plays out in the yard. He'll be fine.
I wasn't worried about mittens.
Oh, well, anyways, the reason I came over was to see if you had a bit of cranberry sauce. We're running a little short. Do you have any?
All right, let me see what I can find. Can you give me a hand, Mom?
Sure. We've got the cranberry sauce, Mrs. O'Brien. Everything all right here?
Yeah, no, this will be fine. Oh, thank you. I better get going to make the food for dinner.
Did I hear what I just think I heard?
Oh, Miss Scarlett! Oh, Miss Scarlett, it's terrifying!
Not another zombie outbreak.
No, it's much worse than zombies. I just saw a band of roving street performers.
I wonder if that's the Green Man group now.
Hi CJ, it's your gal the zombie.
Oh, hi Chelsea. Happy Thanksgiving.
Have you had any unexpected guests?
Just our neighbor Mrs. O'Brien. Why?
Well, I was planning a Thanksgiving dinner for the members of my undead support group.
Undead support group.
Yeah, a lot of times zombies don't get to spend the holidays with their families. You know, the whole brain-eating thing. So we get together as kind of a surrogate family. And I just realized that I put the wrong address on the invitations, so they might be stopping by your place. Sorry.
Why don't you just text them and give them the right address?
Hey, that's okay for me, but most of them couldn't text when they were alive. Now that rigor mortis is set in, that's a no-go.
CJ, there's a bunch of zombies outside. I think they mean business.
Oh, CJ, my precious little Mavis is out there hunting wild turkeys. You gotta go look for them.
Chelsea, I have to go. We'll try and clear things up with your family.
Thanks, you're a sweetie.
CJ, I'm going to get the rifle.
I gotta go. Bye. Okay. I'm gonna try and make a run for it to outrun the zombies.
Well, maybe they won't know you're a food source.
Things I do for that, well.
Mrs. O'Brien, would you be so kind as to get the door, please? And it looks like zombies have taken over the mansion.
Well, they might be zombies if you look close enough.
Nevertheless, we're down one member and we have to figure out what we're going to do. Any suggestions?
Well, do you think if we gave them a quarter, they'd go away?
They're not street performers.
I wonder why she has that look for bread.
Hi, Scarlett, it's Chelsea. Have any of my relatives dropped by?
They're here, and I think they want to make Mrs. O'Brien the main course. Oh no, Chelsea, how could you endanger the entire neighborhood like this?
Hey, everyone's entitled to a good afterlife.
So, what do you do at these support group meetings?
Oh, not much really. Aunt Flo brings her homemade bread. I'm not sure what's in it exactly. Cousin Elmer does his Polly Shore impression.
Oh no, make it stop!
And Uncle Barry chases his siblings with a hatchet. Like I said, nothing much really.
Stop, please! Thank you.
Well, I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. We'll cut back to the movie as soon as we have this brief commercial message.
It's coming! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm Nick Shyster. You know, Thanksgiving is an annoying time of year with people always coming in and out of your house, especially if they're related to you. If you're looking to get rid of unwanted relatives, call me.
Shyster here.
No. Listen. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. Donkey was a donkey, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. Everyone, yeah.
Hi, we're back. CJ's still out looking for mittens, and Mrs. O'Brien and I are left behind to fight off the zombies from Chelsea Tucker's zombie support group.
Miss Scarlet, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to fend them off. But really, if we only had some help.
At last, werewolf, I have the perfect way to get you under my power. CJ's not here, Magda. Crap! Where can we find them?
Oh, cool! Zombies! Can we do anything with zombies?
No! It must be a werewolf! Are you sure you can't do anything with zombies? Let me use my psychic powers. Wait, I'm not getting anything.
Dumba, they're zombies.
Oh! Right. To the werewolf!
Oh, sorry about that. Happy Thanksgiving!
What just happened here?
I'm not sure, actually.
Your mail?
Thank you. Mike Brady from Los Angeles writes, Dear Scarlett, my wife and I watch your show with our 6 kids and our housekeeper. I'm off work for the Thanksgiving weekend. Would it be possible to stop by the mansion to meet you? No. If you have something you want to say to us, just drop us a line at studiokju@gmail.com. Who knows, we might even read it on the air.
Miss Scarlet, I can't believe you are still doing a show with all these zombies running amok in your mansion. Uncle Barry?
Chelsea, we have to do something. I think your relatives are starting to get hungry.
Oh, I'm really not that delicious. I'm flavored, but I promise you, I'm really not.
I promise you, Scarlet, they're really quite friendly. They can be a little, eccentric, but, hey, whose family isn't, am I right?
Well, if they're so benignly eccentric, maybe you should talk to them.
Well, sure. Can you put me on speaker?
All right.
Hello, everyone. Well, it seems there is a slight misunderstanding. I'm afraid I sent you to these nice people's home by mistake. Please don't eat them. But don't let that get you out of the Thanksgiving spirit. Remember the song we practiced. We gather together.
Sorry, Mom. I found Mittens, though. He was getting a moose for Thanksgiving dinner. I tried to help him carry it, but he seemed alright.
Oh, I am so proud. Oh, my precious little boy. This is going to be the best Thanksgiving ever.
Well, thanks for joining us and happy Thanksgiving.
And if you have a cat like Mittens, enjoy some traditional Thanksgiving moose.
Hey there! In case we haven't met, I'm Patricia, part of the My Gal the Zombie production team. Being November and all, we were gonna get our zombie gal to host some Thanksgiving shorts, but wouldn't you know it, she just couldn't show up today. She could have either called in sick or dead. I guess either way would have worked. Anyway, I hope you don't mind if I present a few things for you today. First, I'd like to present the 1945 cartoon Jerky Turkey by Tex Avery, who is famous for his cartoons Droopy and Red Hot Riding Hood. Enjoy!
I'm gonna shoot ye turkey for ye Thanksgiving.
Hey, turkey!
Well, what do you know? Another customer. Psst. Hey, Junior, you want to buy a hot turkey?
Is it fresh?
Is it fresh? Look at that white meat. Look at that dark meat. Feel the material in that wing. Look at the size of that wishbone. You want to eat it here or take it with you?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, Junior. I'll wrap it as a gift. Here you are, pal. Happy Thanksgiving.
Why, I'm just a pilgrim, a turkey, a gun, a Thanksgiving hunter. I'm a pilgrim. I wouldn't do. Oh, excuse me.
Who you? We half-breed.
Some funny joke, eh, Junior? Listen, Junior, you ain't never gonna catch me for no Thanksgiving dinner. Therefore, why don't we eat at Joe's?
Well, all right. We'll eat at Joe's.
Next we have the short Day of Thanksgiving from 1951, about a family who's struggling to celebrate the holiday, like many people do even today. Many things haven't really changed over the years.
I'm Bill Johnson. Around here, they just call me Dad. I've been trying to read, but I just can't seem to do it. I keep thinking about today, Thanksgiving Day. We Johnsons had a good Thanksgiving, the best we've ever had. And I can't help thinking that what made it better was a real feeling of thankfulness. And that's odd, too, when you consider the shape things were in when I got home from work yesterday. Kids, Dick and Tommy and Susan, were all home from school. And of course, Mother and the baby were there. As kids will, mine were living tomorrow right along with today, looking forward to Thanksgiving. And like most men, I'm glad it was Mother instead of me who had to break the news to them.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Turkey and dressing and pie and cake.
And fruit salad and whipped cream and cranberries. Gee, I can hardly wait. Me too.
Well, you know, children, we've had a lot of expenses this month, and, well, your father and I thought that... Well, the truth of the matter is, there just won't be any turkey this year.
No turkey for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm going to make a pumpkin pie. We'll have plenty to eat, but, well, we'll just have to get along without turkey.
Mom, you don't mean it. It won't be Thanksgiving at all.
Even the Pilgrims had a feast. After all, isn't that what Thanksgiving's for? I don't think it's fair.
And it was right there that I came in, right in the thick of it. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Mother, Dick, Susan. Well, what's been going on around here? What's the matter with everybody, anyway?
Mom says we're not going to have any Thanksgiving. No turkey, no good thing.
A fat lot we're going to have to be thankful for.
Oh, I don't think you kids really mean that.
We do, too. We've always had turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yes, and everybody else in the block's going to have it this year. Same as always.
Yes, we've always had turkey, just as a lot of Americans have had it, and we'll keep on having it. Turkey on Thanksgiving's a great American tradition. But what you kids are saying makes it sound as if the turkey's the only thing we had to be thankful for.
Well, gee whiz, no, Dad. It's not that at all.
Oh, I know, Dick. With turkey, it's easy to lose sight of what Thanksgiving really means.
And don't think we're just making excuses because we don't have any turkey this year. We know it'll mean a lot more to us the next time we do have it.
Well, sure. Suppose we don't have a bang-up feast. We're still a lot better off than the Pilgrims.
That's it, Dick. Do you other kids see what Dick's trying to say? Turkey or no turkey, we've still got all the freedoms and privileges the Pilgrims gave us. And out of those privileges have come a lot of things. Things the Pilgrims never even dreamed of.
Why, we could make a list a mile long. Why don't we do it?
But now hold on a minute. You've got the idea, but it isn't something you can write down like a grocery list. You've got to feel it down deep before you can really be thankful for anything. I tell you what let's do. Let's take a little more time to think this over. When you get right down to it, there are some pretty tough decisions in making up your mind what means the most to you. Your life? Sure, that's one thing you can't get along without. But do you know that there are some places in the world today where you have to get along without just about everything else?
Golly, Daddy.
I guess I kind of got carried away. But I'll bet you one thing. If we really think over what we have to be thankful for, when we sit down to whatever Mother fixes to eat tomorrow, we'll be one family in America that will really have a Thanksgiving dinner. Well, that's how it got started. The Johnsons didn't have any turkey. And the kids, No, I mean everybody likes to make something special out of a special day. So we fell back on something as old as the Pilgrims, toting up the common, ordinary blessings that we had to be thankful for. That night, I'd see Dick there building his model airplane, and Susan just playing. Only they weren't just playing. They were mulling things over, thinking big thoughts for such young heads. And as for Mother and Tom and baby Janet, and yes, me too, it was as if we had our eyes open for the first time. Things there were to appreciate in just any ordinary day in America. When we took our places around the table and we were ready. And then, well, we all knew it. There are some things you just can't say. But everybody in his own way knew what he had to be thankful for, and that this was the time to think about it. Tom was first.
I am thankful for getting plenty to eat all the time, with extras that count, like cookies and milk after school. Like Mom says, I'm hungry all the time anyway, and if I didn't live in a country where there was plenty to go around, golly. And I'm thankful for the free public library, where I can get books about adventure. Jack London, Richard Halliburton. Gee, the way they tell a story is as good as being there yourself. And it's free, with only a library card.
Yes, Tommy thought about some of the things he ought to be glad for all the time. And somehow turkey and trimming seemed to matter a whole lot less than he thought they did yesterday. Well, then it was Susan's turn. Susan's a happy-go-lucky kid. You'd never credit her with thinking beyond her dolls, but she got right into the spirit of it.
I am thankful we have what we need to wear. Though Mother says it's hard to keep up with us, we grow so fast. I never thought before how many clothes it takes for all kinds of weather, or how it would be to have to do without the right ones. I'm glad to be able to go to Sunday school, or go to any church I want, any Sunday. I'm thankful for my mother and daddy, that they are here with us, that both of them aren't too worried about things to take time to have fun with us. I'm glad we're a family, that families are still important in America.
I guess Dick, being the oldest, was having some pretty serious thoughts.
I am thankful for being able to get an education, for living where schools, all schools, open their doors to a guy who wants to learn, where school books are studied instead of burned, where a guy is rated by how much he knows, and the community is rated by how well it teaches him. I'm glad I've got a chance to play, batting a ball around once in a while. Stuff like that. I'm glad it's fun, growing up in America.
Sure, baby Janet's too young to understand the big word Thanksgiving. She's too little even to tell us the things that make her happy. But we can tell, and maybe she's thinking about them now. Maybe she's thinking about the fun of splashing around in the tub, and about how good it feels to be clean. About playtime with Mother, and the security she feels in Mother's arms. And as for Mother, seems she's always working, cooking, ironing, tending children, daylight to dark. What does she have to be thankful for?
I am thankful that my children had the privilege of being born safely and of growing up healthy and strong. I'm thankful that I have the privilege of guiding them as they become useful men and women. And I'm thankful for all the things our American system makes possible for the Smiths and the Browns and the Johnsons. For washing machines, hot water out of a tap, and a telephone to call the doctor when one of the family is sick. A car to get Dad to work. Yes, I'm thankful for all the things free people working together can produce. I'm thankful that when my neighbor drops in to borrow a cup of flour, we've got the right to talk about anything we want to. The parent-teacher project, the new mayor, or Jane Jones' hat. And last of all, I'm truly thankful for the peace of mind that Dad's job brings, for knowing that even though there are lots of luxuries we can't afford, there still will always be enough to go around for the things we have to have. I'm glad Dad doesn't work slave hours, that there are evenings and Sundays and vacations when we can all be together.
That's Mother for you, grateful for what America means to her family. And now for me. I've got so many things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for this house. It may need a coat of paint, it has a mortgage, but it's ours, a place where we can be together in privacy. And I'm thankful for the thing that makes this house our home, the happiness here, not just today or on Christmas morning, but on a day-to-day basis all through the year. For knowing that a knock on our door means nothing to fear. A friend calling, or maybe a bill collector, or a kid selling magazines. You never know what to expect. But you can count on one thing. It's not going to be some political gangster coming to drag one of us off to jail because we believe in freedom. And I'm glad that that freedom we've got lets me choose the kind of work I like and can do best. Taking a sluggish motor and making it hum again. Makes me feel that somebody got to his work, or wherever he had to go, just because of me. And feeling like that gives me a lot of satisfaction. And I'm thankful for my newspaper. Just a few cents worth of printer's ink and paper, but more valuable than any amount of money. Because in it, the editor's got the privilege of printing what he thinks. And I've got the privilege of agreeing with him or not, however the facts strike me. And both of us, the editor and I, have the right to act on our opinions on Election Day, to vote for the principles we believe in. And finally, I'm thankful for being able to believe, in spite of everything, that somehow, someway, the unity we've got here in the Johnson family will someday spread to men and nations throughout the world. For all these things, we are truly and humbly thankful. Amen.
It's nice to see how much they are thankful, although maybe some things have changed. Like, thankful for newspapers. Really? Do people even read those anymore? Hey, what's black, white, and red all over? Nothing. Now, here's another feature, which is about pilgrims, who have become quite reviled in the recent years. Whether you like them or not, take this how you will. A 1950s reflection of the 1600s.
In England, in the early 1600s, there was a tiny band of people who called themselves separatists. They wished only to worship in their own way.
We sat down and wept, as for our hearts we had...
Open up in the name of the King! Open up, ye heretics!
We hang them up upon the trees there is
silence!
When we remember thee, oh
silence, I say!
We sat down and wept.
Master Brewster, be warned that the King of England knows of your sins
And we of his, I warrant.
Enough! You shall disperse to your homes. Ye shall meet no more, either secretly or in public, to worship in this heretical way. So, you object to your so-called priest wearing clerical garb. You object to kneeling when receiving the Holy Sacrament. You object to idolatrous gear and trappings. You object and object.
Captain, you well know that we desire above all to have the word of God freely preached.
That you shall not have, Master Brewster. Mark me well. The King of England is the supreme authority in matters of religion as well as matters of state. You shall conform to the King's religion. If you do not, he shall harry you out of the land.
But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
William?
Yes. Are you ready, Master Brewster?
We're ready.
Make haste. The king's guards will soon be on their round.
We'll leave this burning as though we were still here.
As though we did not have to leave our homes, to live as strangers in a strange land.
Nay, to live free in a free land.
Live? But how?
As we lived here, as tradespeople, artisans, farmers. As the Lord wills, so shall we live. Come, it is time.
And so began our pilgrimage. In the darkness of night, like thieves, some 200 of us took leave of our homeland and pursued freedom elsewhere, making our way to the only friendly land we knew, the low country behind the dikes, Holland. The Dutch were a goodly people and kind to us. Yet we were strangers among them, and our life was not easy. For 12 years we did all willingly. But in the end, it was the suffering of our dearest children which so moved our hearts. So oppressed were they by the heavy labors which our poor conditions laid upon them. And more than this, we had fear they were becoming as strangers unto us, their loving parents. What we might do, we did not know. But do something we must. For how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
It's quite possible, Master Brewster. It's quite possible. The New World may well be the place for your people.
And so 2 of our elders journeyed to London, there to consult with a certain Mr. Weston.
You understand, gentlemen, that our gracious king has granted our company a patent to settle the Virginia wilderness. But we are merchants. Our interest in this new world is to make a profit for our stockholders. Have your people any resources?
We are very poor. In worldly goods, Master Weston?
Yes, I see. Well, suppose we did this. Suppose a group of merchants, including myself, subscribe a sum of money, say, 6,000 or 7,000 pounds, form a joint stock company between merchants and colonists to settle here, providing that each share in the company be of £10 value, the agreement to run...
Master Weston, if you would, a little slower, please.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, simply put, it comes to this. We finance your pilgrimage, you work for us, and we take the profit of your labors. Trade, fishing, farming, whatever you find there to apply yourselves to for 7 years.
7 years? Your terms are hard, Master Weston.
7 years? What are they, Master Brewster? Does not the Bible tell us that Jacob labored twice 7 years for the hand of Rachel?
We would, of course, have to discuss this with our people.
Oh, naturally, and I with mine. Mind you, I'm not at all sure we can do this. It's a risk. We shall be risking a great deal of money.
Very true, Master Weston. And we should be risking our lives. And the lives of our children.
Master Weston's conditions were hard, but at length an agreement was reached, and our people left Holland forever and embarked for Southampton, England.
So the Pilgrims left England for Holland, only to return to England before voyaging to what became America? I didn't know about that, or how they partnered with those London merchants. Let's see where this goes.
September the 6th, A.D. 1620. The Mayflower sails alone. They had no friends to welcome them, nor inns to entertain or refresh their weather-beaten bodies, no houses, or much less towns to repair to seek for succor. As for the season, it was winter, and they that know the winters of the country know them to be sharp and violent. Besides, what could they see but a hideous and desolate wilderness, full of wild beasts and wild men? And what multitudes there might be of them, they knew not. As for themselves, they numbered 102 souls, but only 35 true pilgrims, the rest strangers to their faith. And as Captain Standish had foreseen, this was to threaten the very purpose of the pilgrimage.
Enter.
Master Carver, these men have a grievance.
Yes, what is it?
Master Carver, when we came this voyage, we understood that your group had a patent from the Virginia Company to settle in Virginia.
So we have.
Then command us now, Master Carver.
What is your meaning, pray?
Our meaning is simply this. This ship was blown off course. That land out there is not Virginia, but New England.
And
so, your patent is worthless. You've no power to command.
we have the power to command this pilgrimage given us by God, and ye be strangers.
Command us, Master Carver.
What say you, Captain Standish?
I say this. Our landfall is some 200 miles north of the limit of your patent. Of that there can be no doubt. As for the other matter, these men are strangers to your religion, as am I. But I would remind you of this. In the land from which you fled, you yourselves were considered strangers. You were called heretics, disbelievers, and worse. Now we are lying off an unknown land, a wilderness. And unless we wish to leave our bones rotting on this shore before the winter is over, I say we'd better dwell together in unity.
We whose names are underwritten, the loyal subjects of our dread sovereign lord, King James I, having undertaken a voyage to plant a colony in the New World, do solemnly combine ourselves together into a civil body politic for our better ordering and preservation, and by virtue thereof to enact such just and equal laws as shall be thought most meet and convenient for the general good of the colony. Is this agreed by all present?
I
agree.
Aye.
What can I say of the painful labors of those first terrible months? To gain a foothold, however precarious, in that treacherous land. To find a site for our colony. To fashion simple, rude shelters. And how to describe that cruel first winter, when we were plunged into that wilderness, all unknowing and ignorant. Of savages we saw few, and except for a first skirmish, in which our Captain Standish acquitted himself bravely, we suffered not from that source. But from another source, we suffered most grievously.
William, where are you?
Here at your side, my dear.
William, we should not have come. We should not have come.
Hush, my dear. Hush.
We should not have left England so many years ago. So many.
It was the Lord's will.
So many dead. Nearly half. It is the Lord's punishment. We should never have left England.
It is the fever. I fear so. And the others? 2 more dead, and 1 dying. My own wife. Rose, your wife. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Does he hear, Standish? Does he? Must a stranger chide a true believer for lack of faith? Do we bury our dead tonight? Yes. It's a dark night, we'll not be seen. Come.
And during that first terrible winter, we buried more than half our number, leveling the graves to conceal our losses from the Indians, and in the spring, sowing them with grain.
Well, they say many of the Pilgrims died during that first winter, and you can see that there were a variety of people who traveled on the Mayflower in 1620. But don't ask me if any of those Pilgrims were named Scott or anything.
But the winter passed, and spring came, and life embraced us back. And we very few who were spared, found help from an unexpected quarter. Help from down those very savages we had so feared. From Massasoit and the ever-faithful Squanto. From them we learned how to sow our crops, how to work long hours, where to fish for herring and alewives. We worked in common, men and women, pilgrim and stranger, white man and Indian. And at last the harvest time came, and with it our Thanksgiving.
You know, some people don't like Thanksgiving, but I actually really love it. I get to eat a ton of food and then pass out in a food coma, so it's pretty great. Not that it isn't totes stressful or anything.
For when we left our homes and our dear, dear friends in England, we embarked upon an uncertain pilgrimage. We thought to find a hostile country and hardships and heartbreak, and these we found. We thought to find no friends here to aid us, but in this we were wrong. We did find friends here. We did not think to lose half our number, but they lie now in this earth, in this newfound land. But, stranger and true believer alike, they lie now as planted seed, a precious seed from which will grow this colony we call New Plymouth. For as one small candle may light 1,000, so the light here kindled shall shine unto many, yea, in some sort, to a whole nation.
By the waters of Babylon, we shall down and dwell. When we remember thee, O Zion, we shall down and dwell. As for our hearts we hang them up, upon the trees therein. When we remember thee, O Zion, we shall down and dwell.
Well, after watching these, it looks like in years past, things haven't been ideal, and we sure know that they aren't today. Okay, what do I think of the plushie? I think it is super adorable. It is so soft, and there are like no kind of, you know how sometimes you get the kind of beady eyes and it's kind of dangerous for kids? Well, with this, everything is like nice and soft and in the plushies. So it's very like my little niece could play with it, and it's so soft and huggable, and I just don't want to put it down. So that's what I think of the plushie. And look at this face. Look at that face. She is so cute that I could die.
Do you know about all the My Gal the Zombie merchandise we have available? Whether you're a gal or a ghoul, there's something for everyone. For years, we've had great products like hot sauce, eyeshadow, and business card cases. But we have recently expanded our brand to include composition books, belt buckles, and plushies. And don't forget our lip balm, photo prints and original art, comic books, graphic novels, trading cards, t-shirts, hair clips, DVDs of our episodes, and even our soundtracks. Plus, we are continually expanding our line of 1-inch buttons. Find all of our in-stock items in our store at mygalthezombie.com, where autographs are always free.
So we have these amazing My Gal the Zombie hot sauces that this is our newest one, the pumpkin spice habanero hot sauce, which both Dan, Connor, and I have put in our coffee before. It sounds disgusting. I know. No, it's really good. Because it's pumpkin-y, but it's also spicy. So you kind of get like that extra jolt in the morning that really makes the hair on your head just stick up. And I put this on breakfast burritos, everything, and usually there's not a meal that goes by now that I don't have one of our Zombie Gal hot sauces on it. There's the Sriracha, the Zippin' Zombie sauce, and the Zabanero. Yes, that one's so hot. I almost cried the last time I had it. But they're seriously so good and tangy and have a very unique taste to them. And also, these labels are probably the cutest thing in the world. I could die. So you should definitely try one of these sometime because they are super hot in more ways than one. Here's a neat motion comic music video called Dr. Fright, and it's a zombie punk rock opera that features music by Animal and the Prey with artwork by Dan Connor, who draws the My Gal the Zombie comic. I think you'll like it, but don't go all punk rock crazy or anything.
Happening, I hear the scream. my veins. I feel dead, I feel alive, I feel a hunger to survive. Can you even recognize me as I become a zombie? I feel change happening, I can't control anything. Say goodbye to my will, say hello, desire to kill. Desire to kill. I feel dead, I feel alive, I feel a hunger to survive.
Here are some trailers for movies featured in some of our other episodes. Make sure to keep watching to see them all.
Attempting to solve the disappearance of a beautiful girl, the East Side Kids invade a haunted mansion and come face to face with sinister Bela Lugosi. The kids take the first round, but that's only the beginning of this terrifying night.
Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy. That's what he meant. Hey, who do you think you are, anyway?
Answer me, or I destroy you.
Stop.
There's something behind this, something we don't understand. The weapon he uses, it's unheard of, blasting flesh right off the bones.
Master control to fleet, set flight pattern to -.08. Increase speed.
They're coming right at us! Get down inside the cave!
Okay, banga banga.
Since when do you talk a native language?
I just started today.
Well, what do you say?
What do you say? I don't even know what I said.
I need you, oh, my do I, baby? Of course I do. Duke Mitchell and Sammy Petrillo turn an island paradise into the zaniest madhouse in the 7 seas. Charlita puts a gleam in Duke Mitchell's eyes. Your smile only added life to your masquerade. Muriel Landers puts the whammy on Sammy.
Sammy!
Run for your life! Go on, get out of here. Run for your life.
Ramona, the romantic chimp, takes off on a romantic chase of her own.
Strange. But interesting.
Really think so? What a charming compliment.
Bela Lugosi finds the perfect subject to turn a gorilla into a goof, and versa versa.
Look, what are you trying to tell me? I don't understand a word. What am I, dumb or something? Don't answer that. Now look, Duke Mitchell, I'm running this game, you understand? And don't talk back. Yeah, now put it on, because we got to get out that door.
Merry Christmas, gals and ghouls. Welcome to the My Gal the Zombie Holiday Special, starring me, your gal the zombie. Probably the worst thing you may ever see.
Santa sets up a fantastic automatic toy factory on Mars.
I worked for Santa Claus. I used to make toys like all the other little brownies, but that was when I was much younger.
I have no toys to give the children for Christmas.
I know. Oh, dear.
If you've made it this far, congratulations. I think you can handle something truly terrible.
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as zombies. That's what me and Grandpa we believe.
My Gal the Zombie versus the Belschnickel. How'd you like Kay Gordon Murray's Santa Claus movie, Chelsea? It was good, but I don't know why Merlin or Satan were in it.
I'm still hungry, Mom.
It almost brought a tear to my eye until I remembered zombies don't make tears.
Good evening. I'm
Vincent Price! I'd know that voice anywhere. By whom were you given my number?
by people who were out of their minds with fear.
To begin with, Jacob Marley was dead. There is no doubt about that.
Christmas until you are gone. I'm all what I miss you and had to spend my home.
N-C-A-C-L-A-U-S-A-R-A for Santa Claus. You gotta say N-C-A-C-L-A-U-S-A-R-A for Santa Claus. Hooray for Santa Claus. Yay, yay for Santa Claus. He's fat and round but jumping chimney. He can climb down any chimney. When we hear sleigh bells ring, our hearts go ting-a-ling.
Either way, thanks for watching, gals and ghouls. Happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you have many things to be thankful for. See you in December for our holiday and Christmas episodes. Our zombie gal should hopefully be back for those. After all, she does have that zombie virus thing going on.